What's your question?
My name is Alexandria. Am I supposed to? Can I do this situation and then ask?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. We got time.
Okay, so basically, I was friends with this guy. He got out of a relationship in November. We started dealing with each other in January. Now we've been together. I mean, not together, but we talk every day. We're hang out multiple times. He's always trying to plan trips, and I just want to know, how long am I supposed to wait around before he wants to officially be in a relationship?
How long? He got out of a relationship in November?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all start talking in January?
Mm-hmm.
Girl, you the rebound. And let me tell you this. Ladies, I love y'all, but you never, I say this loosely, you never want to be the girl after the girl.
Man.
Especially sometimes that man didn't even initiate that breakup. So you dealing with a man. He did?
He initiated the breakup. He broke it off.
He was ready. He cut it off?
He cut it
Was
completely
you
off.
How you know?
Yes, we were friends beforehand.
Friends.
We were friends.
See? I tell you, we was friends before.
And they say he's just a friend.
So, y'all, how long was y'all friends? Did you meet him while he was in a relationship?
I did. But look.
All right, hey, oh, yeah.
No, it never started like that. I promise you, it never started like that. It just ended like that.
You didn't wait.
I didn't want him in a relationship. No, I don't do that. After the relationship, that's when it kind of like, okay, we started hanging out kind of more, and it was like, okay, we kind of got a connection. That's when we started like really getting with each other.
I ain't even gonna play with you.
It sounds like a bridge relationship or either a monkey bar. Okay, monkey bars, he just swings from tree to tree.
Come on now, come on.
But the bridge is he sets somebody up so that when he breaks up with that person, he crossed the bridge with somebody else. Okay.
Was he completely honest about your relationship that you had with him, that friendship, while he was in a relationship?
Yes.
What's our
So hold on, time out. So the girl knew about you.
I met her, yes. I promise you, I'm not just saying this.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
You better how? Like,
Listen, Linda, listen. I promise you, I'm not just saying it just to say this. It was never, I met him and I wanted him in that situation. No, I met her, came to the house when they was barbecuing, hung out with them, all of that. But I wasn't friends with her, no.
You sound like
Infiltrated the whole, you done infiltrated the house.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I did not do nothing in a relationship. If y'all put it that way, I did nothing in that relationship, no.
I'm just gonna ask you, like, what did y'all friendship consist of? Like, how was that
or
friendship?
before?
When he was still in a relationship,
When he was still in a relationship, it was just literally just friendship. I would see him, we would speak, we would go up to the bar sometimes, we would all kick it. He would invite her out, she wouldn't want to come.
Hey, hold on, whoa. So,
But it
you
wasn't
keep talking
just
yourself
us.
in a hole.
Hold on.
Don't say you should have ran from the car, but
one more question. So you said y'all would hang out, you and him alone.
It wouldn't always just be us. We would hang out.
But there are times when you and him alone would hang somewhere simply because he invited his woman and she didn't want to go.
No. We would already have these plans. He would tell her to come out with us. And she would say no.
So y'all had plans.
Y'all shouldn't be going.
And she was at it later as a like.
No. No.
Why? Hold on.
Okay, let me just put it.
Hold on, Sugar Love. I ain't even trying to be disrespectful when I asked you, but why were you okay with creating a friendship with a man that was in a relationship to begin with?
I can't have male friends?
Men do not approach women to be their platonic friend. He wanted to suck your double J's from the beginning, sweetheart. That was the plan from the beginning. His woman was in the way. He got rid of his woman, and you were right there. That's a man's plan. He had a woman already, ladies. We don't approach women to be y'all friends. No. We want to suck on your toes. That's what we want to do. So let that be a lesson to you. Because now you in a predicament where you like, oh man, well, he don't want to be with me. Well, you know.
If I were you, I would check his new friend.
Because your position opened up.
Cool off.
Your position opened up.
Does the ex know that y'all date now?
Hey, she know. That's how she got that angle. And the ex tore that angle off like,
Nah, SB.
Okay, hear me out.
SB.
All right, hear me out.
Nah.
All right, here. Okay. Who approached who about the friendship?
We kind of met and our moms knew each other, so that's how we met. It wasn't he approached me. We met in that way.
So y'all met at y'all mom's house.
At my mama's house, yes.
All right, and then how did y'all keep in contact?
We started hanging out because we used to go to the bar. My mom works at a bar, so we used to go to her bar and stuff and hang out all together as a group, and that's how we got more into a friendship.
So how did y'all start having private conversations?
We exchanged numbers and social medias, of course.
All right.
I just see this in two different parts. For one, are we all good? I see this in two different parts. The first part I see it in is that you're so in the details, you got to open your eyes up. So you were the friend in the middle of a very serious relationship, and then that relationship ended, and you ended up in a position where you want to be in a relationship. He's shown his hand. If something that you're interested in is loyalty, he's shown you that he's not going to be loyal. That's number one. Number two is, speaking to him, he's literally not ready. I'm not sure how long the relationship was that he was in, but from November to January, that's not a lot of time to heal, get your mind right, look in the mirror, actually have real conversations with yourself.
In January, that's just when we started like talking in that way in January.
Yeah, he ain't ready to be talking that way, to be walking that way.
Talking in that way.
Ask that question.
Hold on. When you say talking in that way,
talking crazy, too soon.
How did that? I just need to know. Like after November, he broke up, and then what was the context of these conversations? Like,
it was still friendship. It was straight friendship, and then I don't know. I guess because we kept hanging out more often. You know, we just.
I got a question.
So that's what I'm saying. In January, when you said talking in that way, does that mean like the big discussion?
We started noticing that we actually had feelings for each other, but we weren't trying to actually play on it because he was still fresh out of a relationship.
No. When did y'all bump pelvises, sweetheart? What month did y'all bump pelvises? Come on, be honest.
October.
Don't make her.
October.
She gotta tell it.
She mad at her mother. With her mother. Don't make her.
She gotta tell it.
Shit.
Tell it.
January.
hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, baby. You was plotting on her. Like you was,
That's a back door. You from Chicago. That is back door.
I'm gonna tell you this though. Baby.
You know a back door better than
Lesson
anybody.
that you learned today, stick to the card. Now you can come out.
Wait. Wait, I want to tell you this too though. Because her original question. No, listen. Her original question was, how long should she have to wait for him to commit? And I think that's
Correct.
the wrong question, because you got to think about what you actually asking for in the situation that you're in. He's not gonna commit to you based on a woman that you are, how you're treating him. A part of his decision making has to do with another woman feeling comfortable with him moving forward with you. He's waiting and saving face until she's okay to move forward with you, and you should want more than that for yourself.
He looking for the love of his life. That's why he ain't. Never mind.
Yep. Hey, listen. Hey, but that's the truth. It's the truth. Now,
And can I just say something about, and this may not apply to her, but I will say this. Sometimes as women, in order to actually disarm a man, we will go in and say, this my bruh, this my friend, when you know you have a crush on that person. But you don't want them to feel like, you don't want them to reject you and stuff like that. So you will go in under the guise of this is my friend, this is my bro. But really, you have your eyes on them too. You have a little, some feelings about them, and then it just can lead into that. You start trying to see if you can get next to them. But you may label them, but sometimes you will also have a crush on them. So be careful that you didn't have your eyes on him just like he had his eyes set on you.
I'm going to say this. Sometimes the best place to hide something is in plain sight. And while your intentions may have just been friendly, that nigga was thinking light years ahead of me, cause in plain sight now there is a reason that you may see me texting this person. Oh, I introduced you. It's cool. My mama's note. And so just be careful about that, because some people will do that as well, okay? And listen, that's not Chicago niggas. They're good niggas in Chicago.
Okay, so the last person that came up, you said that women typically don't release control unless a man married them or put a ring on it or something like that.
Or commits.
Or commit.
Yes, secures, yes.
Okay, so really quick, simple question. Do you think a woman should or should not release control before a man secures, such as marriage and full commitment?
My bad.
Sure.
Yeah, if you don't care where the fuck you end up.
Okay,
How
cool.
many times have you gotten into a man's relationship car and didn't ask that motherfucker where the fuck we going? Mm-hmm. And then you turn around and you say, he misled me. No, you never checked the MapQuest.
For sure.
Am I showing my age?
So hold on,
MapQuest.
hold on.
That's my, hold on, let me finish my.
Go ahead.
You did say map.
And what I'm
He said
saying is,
MapQuest.
I get you want to show this man that you can be submissive. But that's, or feminine or soft or whatever the fuck you want to do, that you trust him. But I just would caution you to do that, because oftentimes that doesn't get you anywhere but taken advantage of
So
and led astray.
I'm getting tired of this obsession with submissiveness. Look, if you're a man, just because you're born with a dick doesn't mean a woman should submit to you. Okay? I don't like
You just
hearing this
dropped
shit
it.
from
You
men.
should-
Black men in particular have this weird obsession with a woman submitting to them. But my thing is, are you qualified for her to submit to you? Some of these men are broken. Some of these men need to submit to a gym, submit to a therapist, submit a job application. Submit a job application! How about that? This nigga cooking. Ain't cooking. Go ahead, nigga. I'm getting tired of this shit. If that man is lacking in the areas that where you need to feel safe and secure and comfortable in your relationship, he's not an alpha. He's not a man you should be chasing. He's not a man you should be giving your time to. Treat yourself like a brand new car. When you buy a car, you put down that down payment, you can pull it off the lot. But if you don't make monthly payments, guess what happens? They taking that shit away from you. If that man isn't making payments regularly of his time, of his resources, of his energy, of his loyalty, you repossess yourself. How about that?
Leadership is in submission, right? So a man wants you to follow. A man wants X, Y, and Z from you. He has to show that to you first, right? He has to submit to you first. He has to be kind. He has to be loving. He has to be caring. He has to be nurturing, because those are the things that they say they want from the feminine, right? They want those things from the feminine. So he has to show that to you first. Once he shows it to you, then at that point, when you releasing control is natural. You don't have to come up here and ask this question, because you're going to do it automatically, because you feel that within you, right? So if a man is not giving you that submission, if a man is not showing you that care and concern, baby, it's okay. It's okay. Let it go. Or if you just having fun, have fun. But just don't misconstrue the two.
you got to ask him, where are you going? Not where are we going, because there is no we. Where are you going? Because the key to being a helpmate is helping a man get to where he's going as he's going there. But if he's not going anywhere, you ain't going nowhere. And you need to leave him alone.
You cook with that.
And I just wanna say to everybody as well, like especially the people that are coming up, and you guys have, like we said, this obsession with submission, right? I want you guys to have that same type of, obsession with getting to know who you are, right? Doing that inner work on yourself, because every alpha male ain't your alpha male. Right? Just because a man comes into your life and he talks this big talk and he's all this and all that or whatever, you may get with that individual and that's not for you, but it may be for somebody else. The only way that you genuinely know what is for you is by you sitting down and doing the work on yourself. You decide the life that you want and you say no to everything that's not that. So when you go out there, I don't care how all the extra that, point blank period is, you need to work on you. Figure out who you are, what it is that you want out of life, and align everything that's attached to you to that.
And touching on to that, once you start doing that and working on yourself, you start attracting all that energy, the man that you want, everything you done put on your list. When you start living like the person that you want to be, and being that wife, already putting yourself in that wifey mode in your mind, you're going to attract that husband.
Also, a man shouldn't have to earn your femininity. That should be natural. Right. But he can lose it. If he puts you in a position where you have to be the one leading, the one making the decisions, if he puts you in a position where you are masculine because he's behaving like a boy, like a child, that's when he loses your femininity. A man needs to keep you in your softness and your femininity by stepping up and doing what he has to do as a man. And if he is not, he can't expect you to submit. He can't expect you to be, he can't expect anything from you if he's not holding up his end of the bargain, period. And that's what women need to understand. If he is not walking in his masculine, if he's not walking in his purpose, leave him alone. You ain't supposed to be building a man.
Amen.
You ain't supposed to be correcting a man. You need to be growing with a man. And if he has no direction, if he has no purpose, if he has no leadership abilities, you shouldn't be following him, because where is he going to lead you to? Nowhere.
You know, let me say this. I agree with all the healthy things y'all said. But sometimes the only thing a man has to do to get that submission from you is remind you of your daddy that wasn't there for you.
That's true too.
Oh. Sometimes the reason you all are so committed to following an unqualified man's lead is because he gives you the validation your daddy didn't give you. We always think that the fatherlessness only affects boys in our community, but it affects women as well. And I think the way that some of you all are showing up for these men in y'all lives is a reflection of some inner child work that you ain't healed. So when we talk about what a man has to do in order to earn this, some women are so ready to give it because they want to be picked. They want a man to finally say you're worthy or something. And you're willing to give more of yourself and more of yourself just to get it from a man you know. Listen, we've had our parents coming on. I hate to get deep, but a lot of us had dysfunctional parents come in our lives, appear every now and again, be insufficient, but also tell us that they love us.
Yeah.
So now when we get in relationships, we believe that thing can coexist with each other because we've seen it from the first man or woman that was supposed to say that they loved us. Yeah. And honestly, when we're talking about all the things that men have to do in order to earn your submission, that shit don't matter if you ain't fixed or healed inside.
And here's the thing I want to add to that. Mm-hmm. A lot of us actually weren't loved when we were children. We were tolerated. And because we were tolerated by our parent, you know how that feeling was, like, just go in your room, just do this, just do that. And every sentiment from your parent just seemed like you were a burden, right? And now that we're adults, as long as a person doesn't get rid of us or shoo us away, we actually feel like we're loved. But no, as adults, we end up in a relationship where we're only tolerated.
For those people who did have the love, had the mother and the father in the home, right? And you grew up with that, and you grew up experiencing that kindness and those feelings. What happens is you meet somebody that grew up with lack. You meet somebody that didn't grow up with those things. And now because you have this feeling, this fuzzy feeling towards them, you want to convince them and you want to teach them how to love you, but you can't because that's already in you and it's not in them. So they don't even know how to correspond with what you are giving to them. It's foreign, right? You're chasing something that they cannot provide, right? So we want to look at that too, because often, yes, we look at it from the fatherless angle or having issues, in our youth, but sometimes we were loved. And we did get the things that we wanted to get. And we saw the things that we wanted to see. And we were cultured. Right. But now we expect everybody around us to have that same thing. And that's not going to be the reality. So it's being able to identify that and move through that.
That right there. Yeah, that's, and I'm going to tell you how you're going to be able to identify it. Okay? How do you identify that? By doing the self-work. Yep. Right? Yep. Because when you do your self-work, you know what it is that you're looking for, right? And y'all got to learn how to leave people too. Y'all like, yeah, I'm a leaver. I'll leave you, right? You have to learn how to leave people. Y'all be overstaying way too long in places where you should have been gone a long time ago. The disrespect is the closure. When you see that you're not valued there, right? When you see that the relationship is not reciprocal, when you see that it's not in alignment with what you want for a relationship, hey, this is not what I want. And you got to stop feeling bad for leaving it. That's not for me. That's it. That's all. But you know how you develop that mentality? When you work on yourself, when you sit down and you actually do that self-work, you show up in life different. You become an individual that's unplayable. You can play, you just can't play with me, right? And understand me. And when people know, like for real, people know you by how you show up in your life. They watch how consistent you are. They watch how you love you. They watch how you speak over you. Everything that you do in your life, that's what when they come around you, they be like, oh, no, I ain't, she out my league. Because they already know you ain't going.
Yeah.
But if they gonna do whatever you allow.
That self-work is hard.
Oh, but it's necessary, baby.
But it's
if I can piggyback on that, I don't think you know this, but just like women have intuition, men, we have intuition too.
Okay.
You don't think we know you have low self-esteem? Yeah. You don't think we know that you're struggling with confidence? You don't think we can see that from a mile away? Look, I can taste it like blood, like shark in the water. I can look at you and tell you ain't got it. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to prey on you. You become a target to me. Because I know you can't defend yourself because what I'm coming with, my manipulations are strong. And by the time I'm done with you, you'll forget who you are. You'll forget where you're going. You'll forget who you were. Because I will have broken you down so much that I would have rebuilt you in my image to where you wouldn't even know who you are anymore.
Yep.
There are men out there like that. I used to be one and I was good at it.
And to piggyback on that.
I was good at it.
Men,
so you need to watch that. The inner work that you need to do, these boundaries that you need to set to keep the wrong men out and the right men in, do that now. Because if you're dealing with someone like I used to be, I will ruin your life.
Yeah.
Damn. Damn. Thank God those men don't live in Atlanta.
At all.
Thank God they don't live in Atlanta. These are different men from different cities.
So I was married for 8 years. Recently divorced. About 7 months now. And my ex-husband got married a couple months back. So, yeah, he moved on fast. I didn't care.
Oh, congrats. We happy for him.
We are happy for him. He's happy. He's happy in the relationship he wants. But my question is, why does he text me all the things that I asked him to do in our marriage that he's starting to do in his new marriage?
He texting you. Hold on, wait. Pause. Hold on. I gotta wait. Hold on, y'all. Cause I gotta get this. You mean like he flexing on you?
He flexing.
Y'all got kids?
No.
Why he?
Lock his ass, man.
Hold on, I'm confused. I'm sorry. Hold on. Y'all have no kids.
We have no kids. We already divided our assets. It was.
Why y'all texting?
I'm not texting. He's texting me, and I'm reading it.
Why he ain't blocked?
Well, I listened to Tasia that blocking is never a good thing. It shows weakness.
It's Tasia's fault. It's Tasia's fault. It's Tasia's fault. It's your fault. Why you do her like that?
You should not have that much access, and he should not have that much access to you. He should not have the ability to be able to flex on you about something that he couldn't do in a marriage with you. Like you really want? No, he shouldn't be doing it. First of all, that already shows that he's lacking already as it is. Like you ain't even confident enough in your own marriage. You got to keep on trying to contact me. Like that says a whole lot about him. But I'm talking about for the sake of your own power. Cut that access or set the boundary. This shouldn't even be a question, darling. Like when we start talking about stuff like this shouldn't be a question. I have enough respect for myself not to still be having conversations with you. And I'm not going to allow you to play on my mental. That's your power, honey, and you got to step in there. Okay, I'm done.
All right.
I just got a question, and this might just be for me. What does the text look like? Is he sending you a picture of like the dishes done saying, see, look, I did the dishes? Yeah. Like, is it like that? Because I'm thinking like low-key, it's like, how dare you? But also, maybe he's not happy over there, and he like, look, I do all the things now. Look at me doing the things. Don't you want the things? I do them. Is it like that?
It's more like a, hey, good morning, how you doing? I know you got off of work.
Man, asking him.
You want your morning to be good?
Good morning
That nigga care about your morning being good?
That's the good morning text.
Why is that the first thing that he thinks about? He laying next to his wife saying, "Oh my God, you won't believe what I just did yesterday." That's crazy.
He'll let me know. He's like, oh, hey, good morning. I wore my CPAP last night. Like,
Boy, unplug it.
What it?
I'm sorry. That was mean. And that was mean. He got a CPAP. That's mean. Plug it back in. My bad. I'm just playing. Ha ha. It's a joke.
Hold on. Go ahead, Nate.
What is? Yeah, I listen.
Hey, go ahead.
I'm definitely with Kitty for your own peace. It's time for you to disconnect completely. And you have to identify what it is in you that's causing you to still give him that level of access. Go ahead, Kitty. Go ahead.
Do you still want him?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't like cheaters.
You don't like who?
I don't like cheaters.
It is quite possible not to like cheaters, but to still love him. Right? And so there is something underneath the surface that's causing you still to be tethered to him. And I think it's time for you to break that tie. And I think it's time for you to pronounce a benediction over that connection completely. Right? You got to put that to death, right? So I just want to encourage you to identify what that is in you that's causing you still to be tethered to him, because
I know what it is.
We're looking. What is it? Because we're looking at it. We're looking at it on the surface about it just being text messages, but it's something deeper than that.
So what do you think it is?
Well, I always want everyone to win. So.
You always want what?
You wanted to win.
He cheated on you?
Yeah.
I want him to lose.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm sorry. I'm playing. Okay. This ain't no. Hold on. I'm sorry, babe. I'm so sorry. This ain't a matter. See, this is what I mean. Like, y'all empathy and compassion be keeping y'all in some really bad situations. This ain't a moment for you to extend that enabling compassion. You could have won when you were in the marriage with me, but you chose not to when you cheated on me. So why is it that in my mind, I have separated my identity from you when you decided that you wanted to cheat and then we divorced? So what you were doing in your now marriage has nothing to do with me.
I would bet you the last dollar in my bank account, literally, that you beg that man for everything that you asking for. When he is now, okay, the things that he's doing now with that little dangling of the carrot, like, guess what I'm doing is, that is a reflection that your ass in that marriage with him begged and begged and begged. You sacrificed your self-respect. You sacrificed all of your morals. You did not honor yourself. And now you're getting this is what you're getting the feedback and the residual from a situation that you actually created, right? He's now like, hey, guess what? Look at what I'm doing. That lets you know that you was down to your last thread in that relationship. So just take that little nugget. The next time that you enter any type of union or something with somebody, when they're showing you themselves over and over and over again, you don't have to bend and concede and be so flexible in all of your needs and desires. This is actually a reflection of the relationship that you had with him. So just look at those little nuggets, because I already know that you were in a relationship with him where you pleaded, where you asked a million times, where you asked him, can you do this? Can you do that? And now you're seeing the mirror held up to a situation that you actually created. So look at those things as well the next time you're in a relationship.
I think I figured it out. Hear me out. The new wife, is that a person he cheated on you with?
Yes.
Okay. Hear me out. I figured it out. I figured this shit out. So check this out. This man has never, for a while, I'm going to say during that period, he's had both of you all to satisfy him in some way, shape, or form. He was married to you, had her on the side, and he had two women in which he could get what he needed from both in order to sustain him. When he left you and went to her, she by herself is not enough, just like you by yourself was not enough. So now that he's in a relationship with her, he still needs a relationship with you to get what he needed. And that is what I think a lot of men miss when they do side chick math. This is what happens. A man will try, a cheating man will try to build the perfect woman out of multiple women. And oftentimes because he probably got caught, maybe. Did he get caught? No, you didn't catch him. Okay.
I didn't catch him.
But listen, what ended up happening is you start to see that person was only satisfactory to you, that you were cheating with, because you had the foundation of your main chick to build upon. And when that's gone, and a lot of times that main relationship, it's the boring stuff. It ain't the sexy stuff, but it's the important stuff. It's are you wearing your CPAP at night? That foundational.
Come on, Ace.
I know, right?
Let's go. The stuff that matters, right? In that 80%, right?
It's in that 80%. And so now you are a woman he can talk to about that he know is going to be excited about the boring shit. He may have married the fun shit, the shit without substance. So now when he's doing those important things, he want to reach out to you. What I'm saying is, don't allow that man to make you a side chick.
Oh, come on, Ace.
What's your name and what's your question?
My name is Summer, and how did you guys come about tonight's conversation, the show in general?
You know, I've never really got asked that question up here, so I'm gonna explain my position and then you guys can. So it's interesting. Trip and I, we used to be in a group called Metaphorically Speaking. So Trip is a poet, I'm a poet. So I started as a poet, and so that's how I knew him. Keita actually was almost like, basically the first person that joined the Tonight's Conversation crew, because we did a tour together when it was just the card games. So before we even thought of a podcast. And so when we were doing a Tonight's Conversation tour, the first one, and we were having these dope conversations, we was like, yo, we should do a podcast. And so when we thought about doing a podcast, I called and reached out to all of my friends. So I knew this guy from the internet. This guy right here. Have y'all seen this content before? Yeah, don't.
He's probably in your block list.
Yeah, don't ask him about single mothers. And then he referred me to Randy. And when I put Randy's Instagram up, I remember seeing, I'm like, yo, I used to love her content. I love her content. And then I showed my lady, and my lady is from Detroit. And she was like, yeah, she's from Detroit. Yeah, you should definitely reach out. Just Mike has been my mentor for some time, even without him knowing me. I used to follow the things he would do online. He used to do poetry tours. I'm like, I want to learn how to do that, how to organize my own tours in cities. So when we created our forum, Tonight's Conversation, when I was thinking about talent, it was more so people that I was familiar with, that I was friends with, and that were vastly different. Now, let me tell you something. That's a good and bad thing, right? It's good for y'all, but we are vastly different people with vastly different opinions, and so that makes it interesting. But that's how we got here. All right?
Well, you touched on that subject 100%.
I know, right?
But I do think, just to kind of expound on his I guess, great explanation. A lot of us, I think that something that we don't consider, and when y'all talk to us about, our positions on the podcast and stuff like that, is we literally, this is what we do for work, but we've turned into like family. And if you guys were able to sit at work at your office and be like, in the cafeteria, like, yeah, so I think da-da-da-da-da, what you think? It'll get heated a little bit sometimes, it'll be argumentative a little bit, but in real life, behind, closed doors and whatnot, we overall try to keep the peace.
And I'll add, because y'all be thinking it's just for camera. Like, niggas be
that shit be real.
Niggas be really talking about they real ass opinions and feelings and shit. And then somebody else will say, nah, that's bullshit. What?
How you gonna tell me? How are you gonna tell me?
So, that's why I appreciate everybody that's up here, because it takes courage to really be yourself and speak your truth, knowing that hundreds of thousands of people are going to see it. And there's a lot of people that see that camera and they're thinking about their brand, they're thinking about this, they're thinking about that. And sometimes the reason, especially Mr. Lego, he gonna tell you how you feel.
I'm gonna tell you how I feel.
And he's a brave man. Do we have another question for the panel?
I thought that was a dope question.
I don't never feel like people ask us about us though.
No, that's why I thought that was thank you, because nobody asked us how we feel. Thank you. No, dead ass. This is like what, city number 8 or something?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody's ever asked us how we feel or how we know each other and stuff. Thank you.
We appreciate that.
People. Yeah, I know, right? All right, what's your question?
Hello.
Hey.
I was brought here by my best friend. She's an avid listener of y'all, so she actually introduced all of us to you guys. We have a diverse group of friends. I'm one of the married friends. We have single ladies, divorced ladies. You know, we have a good group of people. So I being new to your guys' wonderful podcast. Is anyone married, or have you guys gone through, obviously other than relationship things, but are there single married people on the panel? Or?
Right?
Okay, so I've been divorced. So,
You are divorced.
well, yeah, I am divorced, but I'm in the dating world, and I was in a relationship, and that ended. So yeah, we all have the same type of issues that everybody else has.
Yeah, you in the dating world. Yeah, you are. I will confirm that, Randy.
I'm married. So I'm gonna encourage you to go to season 1 on the app, and you're gonna find out very quick that I'm married. And I like to ask people if they're married so I can know if they're on. Okay. No, but I swear it's really never to do that. It's usually because a lot of times we talk about marriage, we'll be like, oh, when I get married, I'm gonna do, or when I get married, I'm gonna da 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 da. And it's like, okay, cool. But are you married right now? Because I can't keep talking to you about the future. I gotta talk to you about right now and how you handle this right now. Because I thought I was gonna do a whole bunch of shit when I got married that my tough ass ain't do.
Keita.
Well, I'm a widower because my ex nigga is dead to me, period. No, just kidding.
That's crazy.
Was that too much? I feel like I should have, like, I don't know. Okay. I've been divorced, so, but I'm in a committed relationship. We've been together for like 2.5 years. There you go, right there. Yeah.
Okay, cute.
It's my Kelsey, so.
Single. Been in 2 long-term relationships, but never married.
Okay.
And I'm divorced. A lot of people don't know that.
They all didn't know that. They all was like.
So, long story short, I got married when I was 19. I grew up Jehovah's Witness, and it was a thing to do. It was a thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was a thing.
Kind of have to or something like that, right?
Well, so what ended up happening is we ended up having sex and I got disfellowshipped. We both got disfellowshipped. So we like, okay, in order to get back into the hall, let's get married because we're not going to stop having sex. That was a horrible reason. That was a horrible reason. It
Please
was bad.
tell me there was just another reason.
You know look, listen to me. Listen to me when I say this. If you grow up that way, you don't think that anything is off with that. You do not think it. And people got married that young all the time. So that lasted about a year. You know what I'm saying? And I don't tell people this often, but I underestimated how depressed being disfellowshipped was to me and her. For example, when you're disfellowshipped, that means you can't talk to other people that are still witnesses. Happened to be both my family and her family are Jehovah's Witnesses. Mm-hmm. So when we got disfellowship, we couldn't communicate with them. So I knew her with her support system. She knew me with my support system.
How did they find out y'all was having sex?
Somebody snitched.
Wow.
And God, they snitched. And yes.
To get them disfellowship?
It was one of your homies?
One of your enemies,
Let me
for
tell
sure.
you. But all right, I'm gonna stand on this though. It was one of my homies that he was already disfellowshipped. But listen,
one of them dudes.
I let him stay in my crib. Because he needed a place to stay because he had got kicked out. He had got kicked out of his family's crib. So he ended up going to the brothers and saying something. And then basically, now listen, I get it. He was like, man, it's bothering my conscience. I'm like, how is something I'm doing fucking with your conscience?
Yeah, like nigga, you. So was he welcomed back into the fellowship when he snitched on you?
Nah, he eventually got back. And the other dude that I was hanging with was disfellowshipped at the time as well. They both ended up getting back, but it took some time. It wasn't related to that. Okay. I'll say this. Let me stand on this. When I look at that, that's why I always felt like a ring doesn't heal. A lot of people think that's the solution to your problem, and it isn't. I do believe with a lot of my heart that had we both not been disfellowshipped, that marriage could have worked. But she was depressed, I was depressed. It's like, can you imagine, okay, a week from now, you find out today that a week from now, you can't talk to your family no more. Nobody, none of your friends, neither. A week, and that's how it is. You don't even have time to process it. Somebody snitched on us. They put us in the back room. We both lied. They saw right through it.
I'm still showing up at the cookout. Like, y'all are gonna have to track me.
And listen, no, I'm gonna say this.
We need to talk about this.
Look, Keita, listen to me. You're my aunt. I walk. Do y'all got Kroger, Giant Eagle?
Yes, Kroger.
I walk into Kroger and I see you. You're gonna look at me and you're gonna look the other way.
No.
That shit was
that
weighing.
right there has to be disheartening.
That's
yeah.
cold, bro. So long.
Because you got some cutty. But was it worth it?
The first time it was worth it. The second time, so I end up getting, after we separated, divorced or whatever, I end up getting reinstated. And then I was back in the hall, and then head took me out. And it wasn't even good head. It was like trash head.
You got in trouble again?
It was the type of head where the dick just sit in her mouth and she don't do shit. Like, it's like, do some shit.
All right, because at this point, you grown. Who told on you this time?
She did.
What?
Because, no.
Why?
You told her it was bad. You told her it was bad.
So what you're saying is Jehovah's Witnesses are messy.
No.
And always
they can't give good head.
And
they're not knocking on my door.
I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. And this stay here and on the tonight's conversation.
We not recording. It's a safe space.
So look, what ended up happening is because I didn't want to be with her. You know what I'm saying? So like, you gotta think when I had got reinstated, before I got reinstated, I was disfellowshipped. So I was having sex
left and right.
Left and right. So when I got back, I forgot that, a lot of women get emotionally tied to that shit. It's a difference. Like, you think women that are like women in, they call it the world, they may have sex more often, but if you a witness or heavy energy, you don't. So if you do, that be meaning shit. So like, I forgot that. And so when I was still doing my thing, she like, nah.
Come over.
We gonna be together. And I'm like, nah, we not. And she was like, all right. And that's what happened. And I'll end it by saying this because I gotta stick the landing. Getting disfellowship was the best thing that ever happened to me. The worst thing is because, I don't have a traditional family. And that sucks, right? But the best thing, because when I was a witness, I never felt like I could be who I was. I always felt like a black sheep, and that shit was heavy. I was always the person people call bad association. Don't let your kids hang with him. He played football, so he's in the secular world. It's that deep. And so now, like, really being able to like dive into who I am as a person, I wouldn't trade that. And this is the key point that I want everybody to understand. Sometimes in order to find your purpose and to stand on who you are, you have to be willing to accept that some people ain't gonna agree with that. And go ahead, Rich.
Got you one question?
Yes, sir.
Because I never had the opportunity to ask one of y'all. What do y'all witness?
What do we witness?
Yeah, the Jehovah's.
Jehovah's Witness.
God, can you stop? Do you know
y'all
somebody
witnesses?
hit the microphone? Next.
It's Jehovah's Witness, and y'all want to know we'll get it later.
No,
God's witness.
Yeah, you witnessing to. Yeah, okay. What's your? Do we got another question?
No, just thank you. And
Thank
I
you,
relate.
honey.
So would you recommend people get married young?
Look, okay. I would say absolutely not. The reason is you have to have, to me, a solid foundation on who you are as a person, and then there's a certain level of patience. Remember how we talked about kids before becoming a parent? You have to have a level of patience. With relationships, there has to be a level of patience, understanding, an experience of knowing, okay, not everything's going to be about you. The problem with being 21 is you think
everything's about you.
Yeah, and you think nothing.
As it should be, though. You should be selfish.
You know, but
I
that's
think-
not a time
I
to
don't
be in a
even think-
relationship.
I don't at all. I don't even think people should take other people seriously in their early 20s or even.
Yeah, I agree.
Listen, Wendy Williams is a crappy person. We can mostly agree on that. But when I tell y'all that, if nothing that woman has said out loud, I think she's amazing in real life. But we can talk about that later. If nothing that she ever said stuck to me, this did. I remember watching her show. I was like 23, and at this time she was still married to her ex-husband, and she had her son Kevin. And she's like, you know how at the end of the show they're able to ask questions and whatnot. And she would tell the girl basically was like she's in college, and Wendy was like, y'all be trying to fall in love too soon. Y'all need to live y'all lives. And the way she said it, it was just like, I knew that she felt like that about her own personal life. I knew that she wasn't happy in her marriage. I knew she wasn't happy just being a mom and trying to figure out the career stuff. I can feel it in that. And I'm like, oh yeah. If nothing else, auntie, I heard that shit. Had my baby when I was 31, and I am happy about it. I feel like I lived my life.
Let me ask you a question, Keita. Regret is a strong word. So I ain't gonna say regret, but whatever word is the category right under it. Do you regret getting married?
No. No.
Why?
I don't regret it. I don't regret anything I've ever done because I don't look at like L's, divorces or getting fired or anything.
You called yourself a widower.
It was a joke.
Like,
Paul, please, I'm not done.
It was a joke.
I just look at every L or what would be perceived as an L as like a lesson. This is the reason. This made me. This experience made me who I am.
Yeah.
It made me move the way that I do. So I don't regret nothing.
That's real.
No regrets.
All right. What's your question?
So I'm 24. I have 2 kids. I work full time. I am married. I go to school full time. Where does self-care fall into? How do you?
I was about to say, so you're tired.
Yeah, I was about to say,
You're tired as fuck.
What the fuck are you doing with your?
As intentional as you are about taking care of your husband and your kids, and as much as you respect your boss when you go to work and you're on work on time, and as much as you respect your professors to turn in your work on time and all that, you have to be very intentional about respecting yourself and being intentional about your own self-care time. That might look like an hour in the car before you can go in the house and deal with the family. That might look like, hey, tonight we're doing pizza instead of me cooking because I don't have the energy for that. That might look like you having a tutor or you telling your husband, hey babe, I need to go to the library for a couple of hours tonight so I can focus on my homework. I can't work with the kids in the house. It's difficult. You have to be very intentional and you have to communicate with your village. That's me speaking from a place of assuming that you have a village outside of your husband. If not, even if it is just your husband, just be communicative with them and tell him what you need for real.
And I would say to set boundaries with everybody. Set boundaries with your kids, with your husband, and your family members. Because the thing about it is, especially as a wife, because my ex-wife had the same issue, right? She kept getting overwhelmed by all these different people in her life, right? So you gotta set
all these fucking people. Pissing my wife off.
No, her family members too, because a lot of time your family members, because we kind of like had a little money or whatever, so they kept asking us for stuff and asking me and asking, so every time you turn around, there's always somebody calling you, either gossiping or asking you for something, right? So you got to know how to set boundaries with every single person, including your kids. Tell your kids like, hey, I need mommy time. Between this time and this time, don't ask me nothing. And that's fair as a mom.
You know what people don't talk about? The pushback you get after you set that boundary.
Yeah.
Like we always talk like it's easy setting a boundary. When you are setting your first boundary, that person that you're setting it for, they've not experienced that yet. So they haven't seen you, the version of you that sets boundaries. So it's going to be difficult from your husband, from your kids. That's going to be a difficult thing.
Yeah. And I'm gonna add to that. That no word, right?
Oh God,
that no word
is a lot.
People be fucking with you as long as you don't say that.
Oh man.
As long as you continue to say yes, I got you, I will. Hold on, yeah, let me figure something. Everybody gonna be fucking with you. As soon as you say no, because no sometimes is saying yes to yourself, right? When I say no to you, I'm saying yes to myself. And people, and for everybody that's in here, you have to realize that too about your friends and your family too. When they tell you no, they're saying yes to themselves, all right? And I want people to give people space in order to do that, all right? And you got to be comfortable saying no sometimes. I am. No, I'm not. I'm horrible at it. Oh my God, I'd be regretting it. But just know that, okay?
And especially because you're married, the second you say no, they're gonna start thinking, oh, now she married. She thinks she's somebody. Don't even worry about that.
Did we answer your question?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do we got?
Go up to the mic.
Microphone.
In regards to your question and the saying no and saying yes to yourself, just know that you're going to lose a lot of people in your life for doing that.
Yep.
I've never been married. I've been in long-term relationships. I have 4 children that I have raised. I have lived together with my partner. And when you say no to yourself, and I've been a full-time student, putting myself through school, raising my kids, taking them to sports. I'm all over the place in all these different categories. When you start doing self-care for yourself and taking a step back for yourself, because how are you going to manage if you can't do self-care for yourself? You have to realize a lot of people are going to wing away from you. Oh, you think you're too good or this or that. You have to be okay with that.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
That's a fact.
I want to add this point because we've already touched on it and I've already given context. I could literally right now start going back to the Kingdom Hall for about 6 months, even if my heart wasn't really in it, show up to the meetings, write a letter, and get reinstated and become a Jehovah's Witness again. And that would access my mom again, my uncles, my cousins, my best friends, and everything. I could literally do that right now. But what parts of me would I sacrifice in that process? And that's the part about loving yourself is sometimes part of that process is you got to tell yourself no too. And I've had to accept the fact that I have to tell myself no to this in order for me to live the way I want to live and for me to be happy in my own skin. Absolutely. And so I just want everybody to understand sometimes the choices are tough. I mean, when I think about it, it fucked me up a little bit still. That's why when we were talking about healing, sometimes it's a lifelong journey. Like, as long as I don't acknowledge it, shit, I'm cool. But when I start thinking about it, boy, it'll fuck you up real. So
even when you just said, like, get to talk to your mom again, I'm respectful. It just broke me. I'm not going to lie to you. I respect everybody's religions and viewpoints. I would just have to be in hell because I'm talking to my motherfucking son.
That's all I'm saying. I ain't want to say that.
Like your mom?
Yeah.
I am so sorry that you can't talk to your mama. That's crazy. But we ain't going to get emotional.
Let me give context before my mom and I do speak pleasures.
Okay.
But hold on.
Don't put this out there.
It is pleasures. It's pleasantries. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's checking in. It's not the normal relationship you would have.
Oh, there's no conversation.
Right.
It'll be a conversation, but it's not. It's
You're not about to go cuddle with your mama, get a plate, and you know.
But that's the only person that will break that rule for me.
Wow.
But it wasn't the only person that affected. Like, you got to think, I grew up with my uncles as my mentors, my cousins, everybody. So when you think about self-love, man, that's how sometimes the choices are like that. Sometimes you can't have your cake and eat it too. And how much are you willing to stand on what you need for your own purpose? Like, I'm gonna tell you this. I'd rather be able to look myself in the mirror than to talk to them. And listen, they'll rather be able to look themselves in the mirror than talk to me. Because on the other side of the coin is, if they talk to me, they feel like they jeopardizing their relationship with God.
Absolutely.
We got a mutual respect that both of us are doing what we need to do for ourselves. And that means you loving yourself right and I'm loving myself right. And sometimes that...
And also, let's acknowledge the fact that just because they family don't mean you really need them in your life.
Yeah.
Like, everybody...
We're your family now, Ace.
I know, right? God damn, shit. No,
Us and the followers. Stay in the comments, guys. Stay in the comments.
I know, right? All right, we got time for one last... Matter of fact, before we get into that, Keita, we are in Dallas. This is your hometown.
Amen.
You know, we are in Dallas, your hometown. So, my question to you is... No, it's a general question. What do you love most about Dallas?
Well, first of all, I think Dallas is like way better than Houston, but that's just like my personal. We
I'll be the judge of that.
As you can see, there's air conditioning. No, we all help each other. You know, me being an entrepreneur in Dallas, and then especially being on K104 now, we really talk to a lot of like business owners, Black business owners, small business owners, and the Black people in Dallas, especially like the business owners, we definitely come together and help each other out. It's not, you know, sometimes there's some hating shit going on, but that's just with anybody, right? But we really do come together and try to help each other out. So that's one thing I really like about Dallas.
Well, listen, this has been tonight's Conversation podcast, the VIP session.